Hi everyone, this is Michael with the general reading for Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising for May 2019. I do hope that this video finds you all well. I am just so grateful for your likes, shares, and subscribes. It's with your support that I'm able to continue this channel and bring out these messages, so thank you so much. It's an absolute blessing to be a part of this amazing and growing tarot community. Everyone is just so kind and wonderful, so thank you. This is just, it's an amazing opportunity. Thank you. I am interested to see what is going to be happening for you in the month of May. Just kind of looking at your cards as I was shuffling the deck and tuning into your energy, it seems very much like a continuation from last month's read. So if you did watch the April reading, this is going to strike a lot of chords, I think. And if you haven't, it might actually be worthwhile to look at that reading as well. Before we actually begin, I do just want to disclaim that this is a general reading, meaning that not all of the messages that are coming through are meant for you. It's up to your own discernment what messages are for you in your life and what is meant for someone else. Some of the energy might come in the reverse, so something that is presented as another party might actually be your energy, or vice versa. Additionally, if you're cross-watching, you are probably going to show up as the third party or other person. What else? Don't get too hung up on the gender of the cards. I haven't been good about stating that, but if you get a queen, that doesn't necessarily mean it's referring to a female. Um, what else? What else? I think that's everything. I am also beginning to... I'm going to begin doing love readings in this month as well. You can look for that kind of towards the middle of the month. I recently did a poll asking people what kind of mid-monthly readings they were interested in, and love readings just came out. So definitely keep your eyes out for those. I do also have a blog post with all of the accompanying astrological information that I'm going to be referencing throughout this reading. You can find that in the description box down below. And I'd like to just kind of begin with sort of the pre-shuffle energy that we have going into this reading. We actually have you, Aquarius, as the star coming in reverse. I feel like a lot of you have really had some serious tests. You're definitely being tested by the universe. It was a test of faith. And I feel like a lot of you may have been experiencing doubt. A lot of you have been struggling going forward. It felt like your wishes weren't coming true, the things you were manifesting weren't coming into fruition, and I feel like a lot of you might have been about to give up. But then we have this Nine of Cups, which tells me that some of you are actually very successful or about to be very successful in achieving whatever it is that you're trying to pull off, whatever magic you're trying to bring. I feel like it is being heard and it is coming forward. Whatever you're manifesting, it is going to happen for you. And if it hasn't already, it's going to happen very shortly. We also have the world coming up as well, which is a big, beautiful energy here. This is the completion of a cycle, graduating onto something new. You're moving into just, wow, a very new and exciting chapter of your life. And I feel like this might be what you have manifested. You are closing things out still. I think this is kind of a process of closing out the old cycle and entering the new one. But it does seem like you're very close to it. If it's not already happened, you might be on the cusp. I do also have this Four of Swords here, which speaks of a need to meditate, a need to take rest, and to contemplate things. This may come after all of this change. You may just need to rest and recuperate. I do feel like it's important for you to get your energy back. Some of you may also be interested in energy healing. I am actually a Reiki practitioner if you're interested in a distance session. There's also amazing resources on the internet. You can get like Reiki music online or healing tones, healing hertz. They will be... They're all over YouTube, and they can be very helpful if your energy is just feeling off. But yeah, I feel like overall this is very good. There's a lot of fulfillment that's coming in, even though it hasn't been easy getting here. There's definitely going to need to be some rest after all of this here. But I do feel like you are just very close to achieving something if you haven't already. So that's really exciting stuff. I'm gonna kind of shuffle now and begin your actual reading. This was just kind of the energy coming in, just to kind of feel you guys out. And if for some reason this reading does not resonate with you, you are welcome to look at your other signs as well. So you can check out your moon or rising sign. I have all of the other signs in the same playlist. And there's also just many amazing other readers on YouTube as well. So if this doesn't resonate, I'm sure someone else out there will. But if you're here, I'm sure there's absolutely a message here for you, even if it's not the whole story. So let's see. What is the general energy for Aquarius coming into May? What is the past energy for Aquarius coming into May? Hold on, sorry. Let me kind of set my intention here. Okay, I was told to shuffle 3 times. What are the general messages for Aquarius for May 2019? What are the general messages for Aquarius for May 2019? What are the general messages for Aquarius for May 2019? Let's see. So, in the past energy, we have this 5 of Swords in reverse. You can see that. The 3 of Swords. And the Knight of Pentacles. This is actually really interesting because just from the past, the pre-shuffle energy I was tuning into, I felt like a lot of you were going through breakups or you know, relationship changes, and that's kind of confirmed here with this 3 of Swords kind of in the emotional position for the past. I feel like some of you are definitely dealing with some sort of heartbreak of some kind, some sort of disappointment. And with this 5 of Swords, I almost feel like there was this need to walk away from a power struggle. There was this need to step away from this ego, this big ego, this big personality here. And it feels like this is someone who's very close to you. This could either be a coworker, a family member, or even a partner if you live together, or just someone you see every day. And it almost seems like this person might want to reconcile, whoever walked away, whoever I'm sorry, whoever had this big ego, who was ever acting like a narcissist, they might be coming back to work on things. And I still feel like there's a lot of pain here for you, Aquarius. This is kind of in the month of April. It feels like there was a lot of pain, and it was difficult to move forward. I feel like some of you did have to end things. And with this Knight of Pentacles here, this is actually coming across as a couple of different things. Some of you, you were involved with an earth sign, so that could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I'm actually getting more the sense, however, that you are now just kind of in this state where you're focused more on the practical day-to-day stuff. You're trying to move forward in your life, go slow and steady, and make sure that you're doing everything you need to do, being very methodical in your approach, very cautious. Some of you, I just feel like communication has been slow. Your thoughts might have been a bit slow as well if you've been dealing with a lot, especially if you've been dealing with this sort of conflict with this 5 of Swords in reverse, someone who you just had to walk away from, someone who is being very egotistical. I almost get the sense, yeah, it definitely feels like this hurt you in a very big way, and now you're just trying to move forward. And this person, some of you may actually be working on this relationship. Some of you may still be working with this person and trying to reconcile things, but it's definitely an arduous process, and maybe that's what it is for some of you, why you feel like you've been tested, your faith has been tested or hurt. It might not even necessarily be in the universe. For some of you, it could very well be in this individual or this organization or whatever, however this applies. Ooh, I'm very curious to see what the animals have to say about all of this. It looks like a pretty complicated situation here. That's too many. A lot of animals trying to speak right now. What is the animal wisdom for Aquarius coming into May 2019? It's too many. What is the animal wisdom for Aquarius coming into May 2019? Yep. This isn't surprising. We have the fox and we have the peacock that came out together. All right, Aquarius, I feel like this is just confirming what I was talking about. Someone had to kind of walk away from a situation, and someone may have walked away from you, and now they might be coming back kind of sneaky, fox-like. Fox is actually a monogamous creature, but they're also they come and go very easily. Fox very much emerges to me as this situation or person that seems so enchanting, so mystical, so wonderful, and it's spellbinding to you, and then all of a sudden it's gone. And you're like, what? Where'd it go? Why did this happen? And Fox is kind of testing you. And I was just saying earlier that it seems like there's a test that's going on here. And you're meant to go after it. You're meant to work towards it. You're meant to kind of really follow where it's trying to take you. It's not just trying to leave you. And that could potentially be a person. It almost feels like some of you are dealing with this kind of in and out person, or this on and off relationship where you'll leave and then come back. And Peacock does tell me that someone might also be a bit showy. They might be a bit egotistical, which was sort of coming up with the Five of Swords in reverse. I do feel like there is a situation some of you are still healing from. Peacock is also about healing and digestion. So some of you may be having digestive troubles coming into May. And if you are, that's actually tied to your emotions. You're very much digesting a situation mentally, and you're having a hard time with it, and that's pretty clear with the Three of Swords. So it actually feels like it's affecting your physical body in some way. There's still some healing that needs to be done. There's still... I feel like on both parties, there has to be some sort of acceptance of each other's differences. You have to really accept yourself, too, and your own unique beauty, because there's a lot of beauty here in this situation, but it seems like there's also a lot of personality differences that are making this very challenging. And this doesn't, again, need to be a romantic relationship, although I am kind of getting that sense predominantly. It could also just be someone you're working with or someone in your family. I'm curious now to see what we have for the first half of May. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and this Knight of Swords. So I gotta say, at the start of the month, it seems like something is being held up potentially by a water sign. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or just someone who's very emotionally emotionally or psychically in tuned. They're very good at reading people, reading situations. There's a very strong current of manipulation here. It's not necessarily for the good of other people, it's more for the benefit of this person, or they even just use it to hurt someone. This could potentially even be like a psychic vampiric energy. It could potentially be where this Five of Swords is coming from in the reverse. You might have had it falling out with this person before, and it seems like at the beginning of May, things are still rocky, things are still a bit challenging, and it's actually holding you back from doing the things that you need to do with this Eight of Pentacles in reversed. It seems like progress just isn't being made on something that you really care about. Something is just, it's very one-sided. One person is doing all the work, and it's very exhausting, and it's almost like bound for failure at this rate, unless someone else steps in. I do actually see a Knight of Swords here, so this could potentially be another air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or another Aquarius. I almost feel like this is you, however, moving forward and communicating the things that need to be communicated. You're not holding yourself back anymore. You're just going at something new with a lot of passion, and you're very determined. Despite all of this, whatever it is that's going on for you, we actually have two knights here, so there's definitely a lot of forward movement in general. There could potentially be a lot of people who are involved in your life right now who are impacting your life heavily in this way. I feel like whatever it is, it's almost like this person, if someone is trying to reconcile with you in April, or they tried to reconcile with you, or you tried working on things, it still feels like things just aren't working, to be totally honest with you. I do have to say. And it might be time to cut someone out, especially if someone's acting like this Queen of Cups in reverse here, who's kind of playing games, who's kind of playing tricks and manipulating you, and gaslighting you, and doing just mind games. It doesn't feel good at all here. And it's just, there's no real cooperation. There's no real working together. It's like this is beyond fixing, in a way. And you might be realizing that. What do we have for animal wisdom? What do they have to say? What do the animals have to say about this? Interesting. So we do have the spider, and we have the bee. So I definitely feel like someone is very hard at work with these two cards. Someone's definitely weaving a web and, you know, working communally here, trying to do things that's best for everyone else. But it seems like there's this disparity between work ethics, between who's ever involved. Someone is very self-absorbed and lost in their own work here, and I feel like someone is very busy trying to get things to work for everyone else, and putting their energy towards everyone else. It almost feels like, I almost get the sense that this spider is also kind of representing this Queen of Cups in reverse, someone who's kind of catching you in their web. This is a kind of a different take on this card, but that's actually more the energy I'm getting. I feel like you've been working a lot on something, you've been putting a lot of work into something, and you're about to sting someone. Things are getting pretty tense, things are getting pretty... There's a lot of agitation for you and around you, and there might be some harsh words that are exchanged, there might be some stinging comments or remarks that are made, so it's just something to keep an eye out for. I do feel like in order to offset this energy, to offset this tension, it's very important that you take a break for yourself, that you reward yourself, a little sweet indulgent, perhaps, the honey of your efforts. I feel like there is also a need to transmute, to alchemize, or to just to find some sort of healing in this situation. It's a lot of work. Whenever I see bee, I think of alchemy. So I do feel like there is some healing that needs to be done here, and I feel like you're the one who needs to be healed. And, you know, this could also be, this Queen of Cups in reverse could also indicate kind of your own emotional state, feeling very washed out by your emotions, very affected by your environment negatively. So be very careful of who you surround yourself with. You might need to be a bit self-absorbed and just very focused on what it is you're trying to do at the beginning of May. Because it kind of seems like that's the energy around you anyway. There's not a lot of cooperation, there's not a lot of working together. Let's take a peek now at the second half of May, so May 15th to June. This could also play out into June or beyond. These time frames are kind of relative here. So don't get too fixated on them. It's not a schedule by any means. It's more just the progression, the trajectory you're on. This is kind of the outcome that you can expect from all of this energy here. And it's actually looking interesting. We do have an Ace of Cups here, which is nice to see, but I'm a little worried with it being next to the Devil. We do also have the Fool in reverse. I almost feel like I honestly feel like someone's playing games with you, Aquarius, and I hate to say this. And, you know, really referencing back to the very beginning of the reading, the fact that your faith is being tested, your trust in the universe is being tested, I have to say, I almost get this impression that a lot of you are dealing with a karmic relationship, and it does seem like this person is going to try and make amends with you. At the end of the month, they're going to try and get back together with you or work together again. It feels like they're trying to come across as very sincere. They are coming across as sincere with their apology. I don't even feel like they're necessarily being deceptive or lying. I feel like genuinely they do want to work on things. They do want to have this open communication with you. They do want to have harmony with you, and they want to start over. But I see this devil in the kind of in the heart of the future, and this is telling me this almost seems like you've been in this cycle so many times, and you've just this has been a dysfunctional pattern for you. And I almost get the feeling that I hate to say it, it seems like a lot of you are really feeling pulled back into this situation or with this person. And this is kind of your test. This is the devil testing you. And I do have to say, I'm very apprehensive of this offering, even though it seems beautiful and it's almost what you want. I think deep down you know it's not actually what you want. You've gone through so much of this, it's like it's almost not even worth it. And with this Fool in reverse, this is really advising against making a foolish decision, you know, walking off this cliff here. I feel like you should really look before you leap. You know, don't, if this is really as good as it seems, don't jump into it right away. It'll wait for you. It's play hard to get. I'm actually curious to see what the animals have to say. That might clarify this a little more. What is the animal wisdom for the future outcome here? So I do have the horse. And this is telling me that you are being supported by the universe, perhaps by other people in your life. You're being very supported to go forward, to move in the direction of your dreams, to move in the direction of your stability. This is a very powerful Earth card here, as indicated by the alchemical symbol for Earth at the top of the card. And I do feel like... Okay, I'm getting it now. For some of you, the situation I was talking about, this relationship, it is a situation that is holding you back. Some of you, however, are also dealing with an opportunity or some sort of passion that you're trying to pursue, perhaps a new career or a new job, and you're holding yourself back. You're letting fear hold you back from it. And because of that, you're not jumping in. You're not taking the actions you need to take. It's almost like the actions you're more likely to take are the ones that are bad for you, and the actions that you should be taking are harder for you to take. That seems to be kind of the theme for Aquarius towards the end of May. So it's going to be hard to really make a decision that's in alignment with your highest good. But you are being supported. You are being, you know, carried by this horse. So definitely know that you're not alone. The universe is looking out for you, and you're just at a very critical moment in your life where I think you have to make a good decision here. And it's important not to jump into something that you've already been just trying to work on for so long. It's time to shake things up, to do something new, to overcome whatever pattern or dysfunction you've been in. I'm just going to take one last glance to see if there's any other messages that are coming through. I feel like that actually pretty much covered it. Again, I am doing the love readings later this month. I'm very curious to see if any of this comes up for you as well. Perhaps we can get some more illumination here. Again, you are more than welcome to check out the other videos, your sun, moon, or rising. You can check that out in the playlist as well. You're also able to make a donation or to book a private reading with me if you want some more individualized guidance. I have all of that information down below. I do also have an Instagram account where I post random collective cards and pick-a-card readings as well, so definitely check those out if you're interested in more divination. Otherwise, I think that is everything. I will see you next time, Aquarius. Bye.